Hi guys, this is Mrs. Blaisdell. Today we're going to be working on activity 10, which is in Access It online retail stores. So we want to click on blank database. We want to call the database online retail stores. Hit create. Okay, so once we're in here, we want to click on table and we want to go to design view. And they would like you to name the table Retail stores headquarters info. Okay, retail stores headquarters info. All right, so once we get in here, it tells us that it would like us to set things up pretty simply, aside from one thing that we're going to be changing. So we're going to leave the ID there, the primary key, and we're going to move on down and put in store name, and that's going to be short text. And then we're going to move down to street address. Good, short text. And city. Short text. State. Oh, you spelled that with an S. Short text. And zip. Short text. And so then we're going to have phone number. And we're going to use short text and jump down to website. And we're going to use hyperlink there. So that should give us everything we need, but it wants us to also work on the phone number. So we're going to go over to where phone number short text is, and we are going to go down to input mask. Okay, now that's underneath, that's in this box and it's underneath format. We can see input mask is there, and from there we can click here and it says you want to save it, sure. And then it's like, oh, would you like to use the phone number input mask? And you'll notice there are a variety of them here. There's the social security number one, zip codes, all kinds of different information we might need to be able to put in there. Sometimes we need people to put in a password, and it gives us like that *** business. So that's really cool that it gives us that. So we want to click next. And do you want to change the input mask? So the input mask is going to look like that. So it's going to have the parentheses around the area code and everything. And so it says what placeholder character do we want to use. We're just going to use that underline. I believe it tells you to use. So no symbols, just the underline. And then next. We want without symbols, and next, and finish. And so when we save this, you'll see there's an input mask right here. Okay, there's like some other weird information. There's like a exclamation point and semicolons and stuff. Just leave that alone. Don't mess with it. Okay, we want to go to the data sheet view. And so let's type in the first one. So I just wanted to make sure there was nothing else there. All right, so let's type in Neiman Marcus. Street address is 1618 Main Street. And we might want to make some of these bigger so we can see things a little better. You know, city, state, we can zip, we can probably leave alone. Maybe that website could go just a little bit bigger. Being difficult there. All right, city for Neiman Marcus is Dallas, Texas. Zip is 75201. Phone number. Okay, so here's where when you type in the phone number, you just type the numbers. So the numbers are 214-743-7600. And you'll notice it puts all that stuff in for you. And if you're typing lots of data, that is truly helpful. Number one, it will make sure that you don't put extra numbers in. Number two, it will make sure that those, like parentheses are there and so forth. And you don't have to stop to shift and, find that particular dash and all of that stuff. So it makes the typing a lot faster. We can also put in Neiman Marcus. Here for our hyperlink. So that's it. So then we just want to do the rest of them. There are 17 lines for this one, but that's the idea. So the input mask allows you to have that style that you want without having to stop and type all that stuff. You just type the numbers. And that's a really helpful thing. Again, if I had typed an extra number, I would have gotten an error message and it would have alerted me to a problem in my data. And, when we type in stuff on these assignments, you may not worry if you spelled street right or something like that. If you were working for a company and you had a spelling error, well, not so much a spelling error, but let's say a data error, as far as how much money the company had or whatever, that could be huge. You could end up losing your job and being sued and all kinds of things. So you just want to make sure that you've got everything as right as possible. So once you get all 17 done, you save it, and then you can close out of it and send it up to Canvas.